Here we go. She's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got family country Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs, gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine. He's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia You Show.
What is going on, Facebook and Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, God Family Country, Rumble, and everybody else on Kick, Twitch, and a couple of more. What is going on, R2 Media? Let's get ready to talk about the news at noon. Do not forget to go and get your tea because it's going to be a rant. I'm going to say a rant about 2-3 times on this show just by the articles that I have. Number one, athletes, young men, young women, follow your dreams. And do not listen to anything that the NAACP got to say, anything that the Democratic Party got to say, anything that, Dollar Store Obama got to say. You earn your scholarships. You worked hard. You busted your tail. Whatever school you decide to go to, do not be a pawn in anybody's game. You worked for that, no one else. So if you can get that scholarship, stop worrying about everybody, and especially do not be a political pawn. 2, Sonny Hostin. Chick, please, y'all own slaves. So for you to fix your lips, I'm going to need for you to turn it back in my ear. For you to fix your lips, to continue to perpetrate that black people are victims, you need to lose your position. You the one that owns slaves. Don't worry about what black people can and cannot dang go do. This placating and saying you agree is foolishness. Number 4, 5, and 6. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you to the Congress. Thank you for not allowing, well, it ain't reached his desk, But major corporations, BlackRock, State Street, anybody that says we'll buy your house for cash, it needs to stop. The American dream is for Americans to have affordable housing, not to let corporations come in here, buy up one home, two homes, three homes, and now they price everybody out. So at this point, there's so much going on right now in the news. And for everyone that said the blue wave was coming, where was that trickle? Out of the 37 primaries that Donald Trump endorsed, he won them all. So for everybody out there with your lips on the ground, never Trumpers, Democrats, libtards, or whoever hating today, the only person that you're hating on is the future of your own country. And if you don't want the betterment of this country, and I understand you have the First Amendment right if you know what the Constitution actually means, and you ain't trying to destroy it, replace it, or repeal it, then you can go to any other nation in the world. It is $480 to skip the Eluda Day and go on and leave America. The same popping off at the mouth, I can guarantee you, you will not have that opportunity to do it in anybody else's country. So you can bash America, but somehow you won't leave it. But now the Trump administration has made it more easier for you to leave the country that you hate for $480 and never come back. So welcome to the real news. And again, thank you, TikTok, for allowing me to earn 25 cents yesterday. Yay. 25 cents. Yay. All right, then. Whatever emojis y'all supposed to put up there on TikTok, emoji them to death. Okay, then? So for everybody else out there, I happen to get a notification in my LinkedIn account. Okay? I'll talk about what the hell I want to talk about. I will dig in the facts of whatever topic I choose to. But because I refuse to be in this political game that y'all think you can bully people on when I'm talking about the election or the runoffs, I'm not picking no side. Number one, I already said what I had to say about Vernon Jones. Until he apologized to my husband, he ain't coming on my show. And if he don't rectify that situation, good luck. Fleming, child, please, hold on, until these politicians or their chief of staff decide to call me personally and ask me to interview them, then I would do that. But getting in my inbox and saying, well, if you reporting the facts, number one, chick, your energy stank. And I refuse to talk about anything that you think I should. I don't care if I got a show or I write news articles or anything. Who you think you talking to? So again, check your energy before you hit enter, because I'm going to match it. And now that Gemini season is on full alert, I ain't about to play with you no damn more. So that is how we going to run this. I don't care if you on Vernon Jones' team. I don't care if you on Fleming's team. I don't care if you on Jackson's team. I don't care if you on Burt Jones' team. Until they call me like the men they supposed to be, and the candidates and the politicians that they claim they are, then don't send no lackeys trying to whisper in any of my inboxes, because they will get their feelings hurt just like she just did. So I don't deal with y'all no more. This is not a game to me. This is not no political click to me. This is about my grandchildren's future. So you can play political football and you think you can bully anybody that you think you can, but I'm not just the one that's going to be easily intimidated. So one more time, unless these politicians themselves reach out to me, I'm not a door knocker. Unless their chief of staffs reach out to me, I'm not no phone bank caller. And before you think you can use my platform or my voice to grab the attention of the grassroots around America, you got another thing coming. So until you get your stuff together and learn the political football game that you think you playing, then don't sit here and have your lackeys being disrespectful in my inbox, because the claws will come out. Now get them back to all the politicians that need the grassroots to actually get out to vote and vote for them. But sitting here being on the pulley or the bully pulpit, please, I'll get at the altar. Now, back to this. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Don't do that to me. Okay, then, Sonic, because I'm sitting here like, who you think you're talking to? I know who you are. You live in Cobb County. Hey, Denise, I know exactly who you are. And I know about that rich bougie ass clique over on the west side of Georgia that I call like Marietta, Cobb County area. Don't play with me. I know exactly where the Governor's Gun Club spoke there before. So I know who you and your group of people are when it comes to Georgia GOP. I ain't playing with you. Now run and tell that. All right then. Hey Renee, honey, and then on LinkedIn, you'd have been having better luck to text my ass, or did you throw away my phone number? All right then. Hey Javita, how you doing? This man is no joke. Sharing now Christian Americans in danger of being taken. Oh, I'm gonna finish this. Sharing how Christian America is in danger of being taken over and replaced, so that the nation pedophiles and the hood and all. Listen, ma'am. I don't hang around weak Christians. I hang around the ones that flip over tables. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not warning anybody that believes in the blood of Jesus Christ that Satan and their minions and the politicians and powerful people inside of America is coming after them. Honey, that's biblical. That's already prophecy. So if these people don't have the Holy Spirit in them or the spirit of discernment to recognize the dangers that we are in as being Americans and being Christians and, worshiping Jesus Christ and at the altar, why are you warning them now? They need to pick up the BIBLE, the basic instructions before leaving earth. They can find everything you're talking about or click it off. But who warning who? Who warning who? Who's going to take over the Christian faith? Because I think that was already written in Daniel. That was written in Revelations. That was written in the Old and the New Testament of what we are in store for. That's why I'm unshakable of my foundation when it comes to God, family, and country. I am not finna warn no weak Christians about who their Lord and Savior is. That's their pastor and shepherd's responsibility. And if their pastors and their shepherds are not preaching the word of God, then they need to go on my page and find last Sunday in the Capitol when we was rededicated, so they'll understand exactly who's at the helm now. But if there's some weak Christians out there, they need to check their own faith, not us. So no, ma'am, there will be no warning fake Christians at all. Okay then. No, ma'am. I'm not using my platform for that. Now I can tell you about the glory of God. I can tell you how powerful he is. I can tell you about the creator. I can tell you about the mediator. I can tell you about the Holy Spirit, but I'm not a preacher or an evangelist. So if I know this, then they better open and crack that Bible and figure it out also. Okay. Hey there, Saber, what's going on? Please give me a mod power on TikTok. Well, take your tail back over there. Hold up, everybody. Christy Fowler, get on TikTok. Let me see if I can give you moderation. Where you at, girl? Hold up. I see Birdman, Pit Us, the football or part-time football or something like that. I don't know how y'all get away with these names on TikTok. I'm all up in y'all face as Lucretia Hughes. This is me. How y'all get, I had to show my ID. I don't get it, but it's to each day on. Where you at, Christy? Come on over here. Am I supposed to be booting somebody after that whole diatribe? Do you think I care what human beings got to say? Are they paying my bills? Because TikTok give me 25 cents. Did they buy a t-shirt? Did they buy a book called Still Standing? I'm still standing better than I ever did. Did they go buy that? Did they get my other book, One Nation Still Under God? Did they do any of this? Then why the heck do I care? Did they contribute to any of the upbringing of my grandkids or making the United States back to normalization? No? Then why care? I'm literally looking at news articles where you having people continuously with this systematic weakness and victimhoods of the black community telling our young black men and women who worked hard all their life that they shouldn't go to the colleges of their choices. And I'm supposed to care? Did I tell you that my oldest grandson is now a junior in high school? My twins are literally freshmen in high school. So if I being a junior at that point, was already on 2 children, going on 3. You think I ain't even got my grandkids right there in a chokehold so they'll never be me and never have that generational curse? Thank God they broke. But I'm more of a protector. You remember we had this conversation last night. I ain't got nothing to do with anybody that don't respect the elderly, won't protect the innocent. They beneath me. And if you grown, I don't have to talk to you. That's how the world runs. So, no ma'am, if it ain't about God, family, country, if it is not about the constitutional republic, if it's not about leaving my 9 grandchildren a better future after I'm gone, and if they're not here to help any of that, they're wasting my breath and my eye sockets. Because remember, the Democratic Party think that black people can't read, but I can. So what do any of their lackeys got to do, and how they going to stop me? But get on over there on TikTok so I can make you a moderator. Okay, then. All right, then. Where you at, girl? Mom B, love you. I love you. I'm just here for one thing, to make sure I hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. Everybody else can fall to the wayside because a whole bunch of people are. That's a promise. On earth and in hell. Ain't got nothing to do with me and my soul. Okay, then let's get on back over here to what this is to me. I wish we would have passed this or close to passing this before a major corporation decided to buy our house on foreclosure, even though there was fraudulent signatures and we lost our home. But let me calm down on that one. All right, then. It says the House passed a Trump-backed bill targeting large corporation purchasing of single-family homes. I wrote this. Y'all welcome. Okay, then. It says that the United States House of Representatives has overwhelmingly passed a Trump-backed bill aimed at limiting, it should be limiting large institutional investors from purchasing mass numbers of single-family homes across the United States. I haven't looked at the stats in the last year and a half because I've just been so angry about what we had to fight for 6 years, fighting a billionaire company. You think I got time for piss ants? But back to me coming down. I wish they would have went ahead and passed this before they allowed big corporation to come in and swallow up our home. I really wish they would have. But I guess it's better late than never. Supporters of the legislation says the measure is designed to address a growing concern of major investment firms. Who is this one guy that he's in South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Tennessee. I buy homes for cash. Everywhere. This one guy, one man, face everywhere in all these states. And then it came out around the metro Atlanta area. 3 corporations own over 30,000 single-family homes. Gentrification at its finest. But, whatever. Back to me, and I mean coming down. It says supporter of the legislation says the measure is designed to address growing concerns that major investment firms, including companies such as BlackRock, got their fingers in everything, have contributed to the rise in home prices and declining housing availability for everyday American families. Did y'all hear what they was trying to do? Instead of the 30-year loan, they said 60. 60. And then they target the elderly because we know that the elderly is the one that owns the most homes. They want to leave it to their ancestors and they descendants, and then they can't. It says Republican lawmakers backing the bill argue that corporate investors have increasingly purchased residential properties in bulk over the last several years. Yes. Turning neighborhoods into large-scale rental markets while pricing out first-time home buyers and working-class Americans. I've seen subdivision that says rent. Not rent to own, rent. Big subdivisions, houses, about 60 to 80 houses, not rent to own, rent. Guess what they start for in monthly payments? $27, I live in Georgia, $27 to $4,500 a month. The heck? A trailer, a mobile home looks better every day on 1 acre of land. Just, one more time, I'm going to say that out loud for everybody that think living in a trailer ain't nothing but po trash. Honey, a mobile home, have you seen the mobile homes lately? A mobile home and an acre of land can give you a peace of mind. And then brick that in. Child, please. By the time you done paid a quarter of a standing piece of sheetrock. Okay, back over here. It says the legislation reportedly includes restrictions, oversight measures targeting institutional investment firms acquiring large portfolios of single-family homes. Supporters says that the bill is intended to prioritize home ownership opportunities for individuals and families rather than large Wall Street-backed corporations. You know, because y'all helped us afford a private investigator. You know, the company that bought ours up, they backed by a larger corporation that's backed by a bigger one. I'm still, we was taking on billion-dollar companies. You think I won't take on somebody that's my level? Christian, you still angry? President Donald Trump publicly supported the measure, framing the issue as part of a broader economic and America First agenda, focusing on protecting middle-class families, restoring affordable housing access, and limiting a corporate consolidation in key sectors of the economy. Okay, I was about to say something mean. It says conservatives backing the legislation have argued that the institutional investors have fundamentally altered the local housing markets. That's stack 'em and pack 'ems in rural areas. How asinine is that? Not suburbia, rural areas. Stack 'em and pack 'ems. Apartment complexes for the people that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Are you kidding me? Out here in rural America, where there's more cows and grass than people, and now you bring in apartment buildings. I'm gonna have to sip on my tea. Plight is disgusting looking. It's worse than having all those solar farms all over the place. But back to this one. Democrats and housing advocates have expressed mixed reaction to the legislation. Some lawmakers agree corporate ownership of residential housing has become a growing concern, while others question whether the bill goes far enough to address the broader affordability challenges, zoning restriction, and supply shortages. If there's 3 corporations inside of Georgia alone around the metro Atlanta that owns 30,000 single family homes, where is there a shortage? Get out your nose, Christian. Okay, then. Still, the House vote reflects growing bipartisanship, frustration around the housing market, and a rising public concern over whether large financial institutions should be allowed to control significant portions of America's residential housing inventory. It says the bill now moves to the United States Senate, where lawmakers, besides Massey, can expect to debate. Why are we debating this? Mind blown. I'm so damn mind blown. I'm so mind blown. What you debating this for? Either we have the American dream, you're gonna stop corporations or not. What? You gonna give them jail time? That'll be great. You gonna make them? What you debating for? I don't think nobody got a lick of sense up there. God, I'm so country. I swear. For the people that understand what a lick of sense mean, It also says that I'm going to finish this since I wrote it. It says debate additional housing reform proposals. Get this one passed first. You know how you have reaction videos to music videos? You have to do a reaction video to me reading the news. Because, woo, honey, I raised my own blood pressure and I wrote the thing. Proposal as affordable concerns remains at the center of the national economic discussion. The end, I guess. Our poor elderly. Oh, good googly goop. Hey, everybody. Am I shouting? God takes of his own. I know it, Mom. I'm just sick of us being taken advantage of. We're not India. Do y'all understand that? We wasn't raised in a class system or a caste system. We was raised with our grandparents and our parents telling us if we get out there and work hard enough that we can accomplish everything that we set our mind to. The white picket fence, the 2.5 children and the dog. What happened with that? I don't know. It seemed like the early 2000s, everything flipped on its head. Hey, sweetie. Hey, Michelle. How you doing? Hey, Nab. Is that your name? Hey, Nab. It's not our will, but God's. I know. We still got to sit here and watch it. We still human. We still got emotions. There's so many of us. Come on, I'm 51. Tell me, I started working when I was 14 at Hartee's. So to know that ain't going to be nothing up there when we retire. Nothing. And since being in the working area or the working age, they have boosted it up. Anybody remember when it was 62, 65, and that's in 7? Now, I don't want to work for the rest of my life at all. But the stuff, when you go back and you look at Social Security, seeing how many quarters that you have worked your life, that money is ours. Not foreigners, not corporate investors, no one else. That is the American citizen money. The silent generation is rolling in their grave. And that is truly who raised Gen Xers when they actually sponsor me. That is actually who raised us. It's the silent generation. And we saw what our grandparents had to endure to make sure that our lives were a little bit easier. Now we're struggling and fighting to make sure that our bloodline have something. And you got sitting politicians, millionaires, billionaires, spitting and walking on us. Telling my grandchildren, the black ones, you can't accomplish anything because it's systematically against you. What about my grandma? Look at what she's done. Well, you know, she's just a unicorn. But you are never. I'm sitting here. Don't you talk to my kids like this. Stop talking to people like this. Stop getting on live television and making the whole world look at us inside of America like we ain't in that land. Stop doing that. That is so asinine. And it's Sonny Hostin. This is what I said I was going to get on. Hold on, Mom. Yeah, go ahead and start praying for me now because, you know, my blood pressure about to rise. My blood pressure about to rise. It already have when I posted it yesterday. Many blacks don't have cars or drivers. License due to the effects of slavery. Didn't it just come out that Sonny Hostin family actually owned slaves? But you finna fix your lips in the year of 2026 and say that many blacks don't have cars or driver's license due to the effects of, you know what? Is it too early to start drinking? Because this type of stuff, and they have big platforms. They get sponsored by billion-dollar corporations to get out there and do what? What is this supposed to accomplish? What if I'm going to fail or I'm going to succeed? Has that anything to do with slavery? Emmett Till, LBJ, anybody else? So for the year of 2026, and we still have rich folks to talk down to us to say we'll never accomplish nothing. And let me tell you why. It has something to do with 200 years ago. I'm over it. Like I said, I still got my last slave picture. That woman looked like she didn't play at all. And if she could get off that plantation and make sure that her lineage wasn't stupid, dumb, or gullible, who are you? If my great-grandmother was the very first black school teacher in the 40s, who are you? If my grandparents was the first interracial couple in Jackson County, Georgia, what the hell are you talking about? If my grandmother was one of the best midwives for every high-power person in Jackson County and knew where the bodies was buried, who are you? If my mother was the very first black cheerleader and to go where she had to, what the hell are you talking about? If we was the babysitters and my family during civil rights and for the King family, shut up. Stop talking down to people. If you uplift them, maybe they'll be in a better position instead of looking back to a situation they could never go back and change. It's year 2026. Stop living your glory days when your whole bloodline owned slaves. And then you got talcum powder Timu Barack Obama sitting there fixing his lip with that stupidity, knowing that majority of black people, this is what they say, try to get a scholarship, try to get in sports, try to get in basketball, try to get in track, try to get in football, try to get that degree so you can go higher, maybe get in the NFL, the NBA, live your life, live that dream. Now you got tackle powder, Hakeem Jeffrey sitting out here telling our children that they worked hard all their life. Hey, don't go to no SEC school. Excuse you? Where they gonna go? To an ACC and lose? It's pitiful. Setting our children up for failure. They're so far away from any kind of slavery. Why are you throwing them back in there? That should be a blip in history, and it'll have nothing to do with 2026. As I said, I was going to rant about 3 times. I ain't finished. And to have you thinking you can talk down to black community, and you got some people out there, hey man, no, I got to twerk into the polls because, it's systematically racist out here. I ain't never been turned away from a vote or a voting precinct because of anything y'all throwing out there on mainstream media. And for anyone living this day and age that do not know how to get an ID or a driver's license, it is not my damn fault. And it's definitely not my white grandfather's fault or my white husband. It's your dumb ass. Woo, child. Okay, then I'm going to get back to Mom. I said, Mom, my bad, Mom. Hey, Christina, how you doing out there? All lives matter. You would figure that's how we was raised. I went to school in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. There was no segregation. Some of my best girlfriends and boyfriends was white, Hispanic, even in the 80s, even in the 90s. And when I graduated, it was all mixed up. We didn't have no choice. We was thrown in there together. So I don't know why they trying to say that we must go back. That's not how we was raised. You had a bike, you was probably a part of a bike club. You know how to climb a tree? You probably had skints and your best friend was a black person or Hispanic. So I don't understand how in the hell we getting back to that segregation and how is that being acceptable? And I grew up in Gainesville, Georgia. You can't get more biracial, other racial groups all over the place in Gainesville High School. West Hole, East Hole, North Hall, Jackson. I could keep going. So to sit here right now in the year 2026 when I wasn't raised in segregation, you think I'm finna teach my grandchildren that now? Not when they black, biracial, and white. They all break bread together and they all sleep together when they all come together. So I ain't finna sit here and make a difference from my black grandchildren, from my biracial grandchildren, or my fully white grandchildren. That's asinine and stupid. Never will do that. And if I ever hear that type of conversation coming out of their mouth, I'm a praying corporate punisher of a grandmother. Did I say I was strict too? Okay then. Hey there. Hey Maggie, how you doing? My kids are friends with every kid, no matter what their damn color of their damn skin. Why are we hearing it from elected officials? This ain't just us's out here, okay? This ain't Puka and Ray Ray on Crenshaw. This is coming from the halls of power. It's like they are planning this division inside of America no matter what they do. I don't understand it. I've never figured this out. Never. Never figured out what the division is all about. That's why I don't deal with those type of people. You don't like me because I'm married to a white man. Well, he's my third one. The other two was black. Eventually, that didn't work out. This one, I ain't got to think about if he loves me or not. I ain't got to blink at all. So I'm over all of this. Don't come to my page trying to divide. And I don't do race bait. I'm too diverse for that. Did I tell you I was a mutt? So I'm a Heinz 57. I'm a mixed with a little bit of everything. Did I say Irish? I'm sorry, Scottish. So that's black, Scottish, Cherokee. Whoa. Now, who am I supposed to focus on with inside of myself? The Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit. I'm still trying to figure out my Scottish side, and is it like, that's why I drink so much? Just trying to figure that out. Or is that the Irish that does it? Okay, shut up, Dave. Oh, you said both. Hey there, Jerry. How you doing? Media uses a race to divide us, and we don't have to do the division, Jerry. So when we come out here, this is what I get. You see it on mainstream media. You see it in the media. You see it. But when I go to Walmart, I don't see none of that. If we going out to eat, I don't see none of that. I don't see it in the real world. I don't see that. I live in Hart County. I still live in Northeast Georgia. Show me where that's at. Where's the Klan meeting? I ain't never seen one. I'm literally a where?
We gotta go to liberal Democrat areas.
Explain that to me. So I don't see it in my real life, but maybe because I'm not looking for it either. Because if you start looking for it, guess what you're gonna find? What you're searching for. I'm not searching for if you hate me or not because of the color of my skin. You ain't gonna stop me. I'm sure I've been in plenty of meetings, plenty of events where somebody was like, I walk up to them and still shake their hand. And when I'm walking away, you'll see me like, girl, did you just wipe your hands off? You didn't see that energy they threw out? That's just something about their stinking aura. But there's a time and a place for everything. And it seemed like on mainstream media and in the media and politicians' world that is what we need to focus on. Not prosperity, not successability, none of this stuff. It's like, who's your background? Who your grandmama and them is? Are you black? Well, we know where you fit in America. That is not America. Hey there, hey, Share Bear. Yeah, I like that. I never thought about where do they meet. Me either. The last Klan meeting that I ever seen, they tried to walk their ass straight down the road in Gainesville, Georgia in the 80s. They didn't do that no more. Did I tell you it was the 80s? The only Klan I ever seen when they marched, and it's history. Go plug it in and on any search engine. Say Gainesville, Georgia, Klan march through town. They got drugged. They tried to do it down Main Street, Browns Bridge Road. And then they tried to go over there by Atlanta Street. On Atlanta Street. They walked down the black side of town. That didn't happen. That happened one time. That was it. I said, well, how do I know? I was a little girl and my grandmother would not allow me to be out there. But where Atlanta Street was, there was an old green house where she literally was the guardian of that project. She's sitting on her front porch. She could see from her porch all the way to the end of the street. She would call you out and did not care who your mama and them was. And by the time your mama and them found out what you was out there doing, you was getting another whooping. So that's the last time I ever seen a Klan in a hood, and they was being dragged by Hall County in the back of a squad car to get them out of there immediately. Now, they might went back to Forsyth. They might have went somewhere else, but they didn't bring themselves back to Gainesville. I could tell you, like I said, that made history. Did I say Forsyth? Okay, that's where I was raised. So sundown towns, we heard those rumors. I go to Forsyth now and walk down the street holding my husband's hand. Stop playing with us. It's a whole new day. And if you don't like it, again, that's my husband. What you gonna do about it? Been married, what? We got married at the worst year, 2020. So, we straight trauma bonded. He ain't going nowhere, and neither am I. What you gonna do about it? Hey there, hey, Dave. Thank you for saying like and share. Hey, Becca, how you doing out there? What's going on? Wait. They were here years ago, but mostly after the wife, and bad men. You know what? Let everybody do whatever they want to. As long as you won't affect somebody else, we fine with that. One more time. Do what you got to do. That's what the First Amendment is all about. As long as you do not interfere with anybody else, go on ahead and have your hate. But when you start bringing it out here to mainstream, you got a problem. So this is why the whole thing with the SLPC, SPLC, this whole entire group of black folks, y'all had to pay white people to be racist so you could get your way. You stupid. Okay then. Hey there, hey, Mom. Like I said, I knew I was gonna rant, Mom. Hey there, hey, MAGA, girl, follow. I'm me. I cannot be no different. If it's on stage, if it's at a convention, if it's in an event, if it's on the board of directors of the NRA, what you see is what you get in a real bona fide life. I don't flip up. I don't switch up. I'm just me. Some people like it, some people don't. But I'm a Gemini too, so I clash with a whole bunch of signs. But my husband just pointed to the floor. Let's take this commercial. We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned. We'll get into another article. One Nation Still Under God. A powerful personal testimony about faith, family, freedom, patriotism, grassroots America, and the fight to preserve the moral foundation. Through deeply personal stories and cultural commentary, this book explores faith in a modern America, the attack on family values, raising children in a culture of confusion, patriotism and freedom, truth, censorship, and a media manipulation, grassroots America and community, hope for a future generation. This is more than a political book. It is a testimony of perseverance, faith, rebuilding, and the belief that America is still worth fighting for. A message for Americans who believe this nation is worth saving. God, family, country, in that order. So order your book today. The Real News was never built by corporations. It was built by people like you, patriots who refuse to stay silent. When you join the Real News Founders Movement on Patreon, you become part of something bigger than a show. You become part of the mission. Get exclusive behind-the-scenes content, members-only updates, and direct connections with me and Dave and the Real News community. From supporters to founding members, every membership helps us keep independent media alive and growing. Join the movement today. Visit patreon.com/Lucretia Hughes and help us build something real. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Real News with Lucretia Hughes. I'm sitting over here bragging, okay? I am bragging about TikTok. I made 25 cents yesterday. You go over there on Facebook, you get this little notification. If you would like to subscribe and then it says not available, then take it down. Let me put my own stuff up there. So everybody, like I said, because sooner or later, somebody in the powers that be ain't going to like what I got to say. So y'all know what to do. Get on over there to Patreon. There are 4 different tiers. Like I said, there's a new book out. So I have a promo for everybody that is already a member for the new book. It is 25 to 50% off for everybody that's already over there on Patreon. I told y'all that. Now we're getting ready. Like I said, these everybody get an apron this month. Next week, we're going to get the embroidery machine. Let me see your hat, Dave. It's dirty and stinky, but let me see it. Just throw it. The first hats that we're going to be creating, faith over fear. We got to get back to this. We got to get back to the faith over fear. So these hats, we're going to start making again. Once the embroidery, we go get the embroidery machine out of storage. So like I said, everybody, hit that catch. Thank y'all for getting us. Tonight's show is 1936. For everybody that's been here the entire time, we want that studio back. Y'all helped us build that studio piece by piece, camera by camera. And we lost that all when we got evicted and lost our house. So we have what we have. And if we got to get a piece here and a piece there and another part there, I know there's a reason for everything. You go through everything for a reason. And I got to have faith. So we're going to keep y'all informed on the civil case side of it. It's over. But after talking to a private investigator, and they actually said, she said, did the judge, what did the judge rule? He said it was moot. Okay, I know why he said it was moot. Because, they didn't get served before you was evicted. She said, but did he admit in that ruling that there was fraud? and forgery of the signatures. And I said, yes. She said, well, you could go get some money. I said, how? She said, let me handle that. She said, let me figure that out. Come see me Monday. One, we're not giving up. This is so damn wrong. And that notary, she need to go down. That big corporation, when they knew it was forgery to begin with, we ain't going light on them. So that is the next steps. Yes, Walton County and the DA still hemming and hawing, and we will still waiting. I'm to the point now I'm ready to forward this to the GBI because I am sick of these type of companies finding loopholes to get around. But at least the Superior Court judge said that, yes, there was fraud. Yes, those signature was forged. That's all we need. So she said, you do know you can still sue them. I said, sue them how? She said, pain and suffering. You can recoup some of that money, and then you need to go find that other money. So that is where we're at right now. We're not giving up by a long shot. Give my husband what's due to him. So everybody, like I said, y'all could support us. You could go to fallbackusa-2.myshopify.com. We make all of the merchandise ourselves. We saved a little bit of the equipment in order to make our t-shirts. Or you can just go over there to Patreon, or you could get on Gumroad right there and get the books. Get the documentary of us traveling the United States, just asking regular folks, what makes America great for you? Go over there and you can support us that way, or just donate. And I still want to make more than a quarter on TikTok. I don't know how, but we'll figure that out. So, I guess we'll figure it out as long as that Christy Fowler don't say nothing about diseases or viruses, or Epstein, or Bill Gates, or whatever the algorithms you don't want you to talk about. All right, then. So everybody, welcome back to the Real News at Noon. And do not forget to tune back in tonight at 5 to 7. And bring your receipts, whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, we know how algorithm work. We can't lie. They'll cut this stream. Trust me, they'll cut this stream for a lie in a heartbeat. I don't want to do that.
They'll cut it for the truth in a heartbeat.
We bring whatever your point of reference, the verifiable proof. Let's talk about it. Because there's so much that's going on around the United States and around the world that affects us locally. And we need to pay attention because we are the guardians of our nation. It ain't the elected officials. And I don't understand why they keep calling themselves leaders. They haven't led us out of $40 trillion in debt. Then they're not leaders at all. They are elective representatives. All right then. Hey there, Renee. I remember in school, in sewing class, we each made a piece square. To me, what I learned and what I still remember, I was in shop class, automotive class. Okay, I took home ec class. Okay, I love the cooking. I love being a tomboy. I love getting inside of a motor and breaking it down. And it was always that one football coach with maybe like 3 fingers left that you know you was gonna make some nice birdhouse. That's what they need to get back to. So since the politicians are now telling our kids, hey, don't go to that school, then let them go to a tech school. Maybe become a electrician, okay? Maybe becoming a mechanic or something that actually is going to make them money and not put them in debt. Since you don't want them to go ahead and become athletes anymore, you don't want them to go to some of the biggest schools in the SEC. What's wrong? And I'm from Georgia, so, you know, it's always going to be UGA. That's one of the top damn schools in the United States. And then you got Emory University. Then you got Georgia Tech. Now you telling our kids not to go to the SEC schools because y'all lost out from the Supreme Court of the United States. Talk about sore losers.
Emory and Tech are not SEC.
And they still big ass schools. No, they pretty much said schools in the South, Dave.
Oh, well.
They said schools in the South. So Georgia is a racist state compared to, Hakeem Jeffries, going over there to Alabama or Tennessee or Jacksonville or any of these schools. Now the Democrats are out here telling our kids not to. I'd rather go to an SEC school than an ACC any damn day. Okay, I'm biased like that, but go dogs. I mean, then you got Rocky Top, Tennessee. And then you got Rolling of Tides. Is they is they river that long where they can roll ties that way? What you got up on Jacksonville? I know you wasn't gonna say nothing about no Jacksonville.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Because that's a SEC school. Jacksonville State is not.
Honey, please. Jacksonville is like the liquor college of all times. Okay, all times.
That's UGA.
It's not UGA. That's speeders of all times. They the ones that get locked up for going fast in their cars.
UGA is also one of the biggest party schools.
UGA is not a party school.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it's not. They go there to learn. They forever in jail. That's like, what did God's special people, the Georgia State Patrol, cap this time? What? It's like, oh, they are part of the football. Kind of figured that one. Hey, Sue House, how you doing, Renee? What's going on, Tamsy? Turn that fan on. Mom said I'm sweating and having a hot flash. Jesus loved all the little children of the world. Red, yellow, black, and white, we are precious in His sight. Jesus loved the little children of the world. Good morning, Jen, or afternoon. Hey, girl, how you doing out there? See, you don't never let me pout for long. Watch Jen call me after this, like, girl, what the hell happened? Hey, Jen, what is going on, Michelle, everybody? Hey, Melissa, what's going on? Don't be a hater. How you going to bring up something from my childhood that I didn't forget? All right, then. What? Yes. Way to go, Nancy. Way to go. Nancy Mace, that is. I've said this. So this is going to make me sound all of the adjectives and the pronouns wrapped up together. I'm a bigot. I'm a racist. I'm a prejudice type of. I believe that if you are not natural born inside of America, you don't need to hold any type of political seat, and you definitely don't need to be coming up here buying up our land. There. That is so bigoted of you. I said I was. I said I was. Okay, but Nancy Mace, long overdue. Republican Nancy Mace out of South Carolina, introduced legislation to ban naturalized citizens like Ilhan Omar from serving in Congress. How the hell she up there with national security? How they up there just bashing America on a consistent? Her and Patali, or whatever the hell her name is, part of the squad. You ain't even from here, and you hating here? How? And how you become anything at national security level, the way you bash America, having your hands on our sensitive information? How is this even, this ain't right. So if you're not a natural born citizen, you should never hold political office. I'm sitting here looking at Spanberger up there in Virginia with that guy. Y'all gonna allow him? He ain't even born in America. And y'all finna come over here and y'all gonna allow him to take away your Second Amendment or belittle it or shrink it? What the hell wrong with y'all? Well, you're prejudiced and bigoted and racist. Well, I told you I was. I mean, get used to it. I'm all America, baby. And Nancy Mace of South Carolina has introduced legislation designed to ban natural United States citizens for running for the House and Senate and from holding any position that requires Senate approval. Especially if they ain't acclimated, sitting here waving your old damn flags. What? I'm sitting down here, going into the Hart building, going to the Cannon building, just crisscrossing the Capitol. And I'm going to I know that ain't Ilhan Omar office. What is these other flags? Where's these other flags come from? Why she got why is her nation flag right there? Is she representative of the United States or not? She is? Then what the hell is her flag doing up there? But I can't rip it down because I'm literally sitting in the House of Congress. It's true. When people was clicking all these pictures outside of these congressmen and senators' office with everybody else's flag but the American flag up there, it's true. And then, trust me, when you go in there, the halls are so empty and so made of stone, everything echoes. And they love to talk with the doors open. That's how I heard that when they was talking about the American citizens, they literally called us peasants. And it was a Democrat. And I just kept walking by and I looked in the office and I got a lot to tell people when I get back here. So yeah, they might say it on TV. You ought to hear what they say in private, and they don't. If anybody ever been to Congress or been to the Senate side or the House of Representatives side, you know they leave their doors open. You know it is hollow in those halls, and you can hear somebody pin drop, especially when they walking in high heels. It echoes. So their conversation echoes. The laughter echoes. So when they don't think anybody is really paying attention, they say what the hell they want. It'll shock you how they feel about American citizens. Not really, because they show it to you on a consistent basis. I mean, whew, they speak one thing, but their actions show you a whole complete other, okay? It says that having something like this in place would have prevented people like Ilhan Omar, and Pateli, Japali. Oh, I ain't never figured her name and don't want to know it. It says, and others from ever running in the first place. This is long overdue, and it's the type of law that people just kind of assume already exists, but it doesn't. Every single Republican should get on board with this. If they didn't get on board with you with the hush slush fund, you think they finna get on with they kickback moneymakers? I said Republicans and Democrats just flip. Got to keep that bird afloat somehow. Got to keep that bird afloat. It says that Nancy Mace unveiled a legislation banning naturalized citizens. It says that she was unveiled legislation Wednesday aimed at foreign-born U.S. citizens from serving in Congress. Yes. And other high levels of the federal government. Because how you going to put your hand on whatever you think you're going to put it on? The biography of Malcolm X. Yeah, it happened down here in Athens, Georgia. I said, not the Bible. Okay, coloring books. You just take your oath on anything now. But back to what I was saying. And then they work for foreign governments. Giving away state secrets. Doing kickback deals with their friends. Having cases and cases of just cash flowing through TSA and airports internationally. How you get your seat? Child, please. All right, then. It says the South Carolina Congresswoman singled out Ilhan Omar and Thadara, this Indian dude, the one that look like his eyebrows are, painted on. How you fix your lips to talk about America like that? Go back to India, sir. Go on back to India. Don't come over here and try to change the way we live. You need to go on back to the Thar, whatever it is, and you and your aunt. How they get to office? How they get in the office? And then he up there open up his lip and you around our national security sensitive documents and information while bashing this whole nation at the same time? Bro, we ain't turning into India. If you want India to have that much power in America, then you take your ass back to India. Am I not supposed to say any of this? Okay, then back over here. And Japali, Japal, whatever, is announcing her joint resolution to add the amendment to the United States Constitution that will prohibit naturalized United States citizens from becoming federal judges. Like, yes, what the hell is that about? Or holding Senate-confirmed positions and serving in the House or the Senate. All born in foreign countries, none were citizens by birth, all sitting in the United States Congress, all making it very clear every single day their loyalty is not America. Then how you take that oath? I forgot that's the 45 rules of communist goal. Get rid of the loyalty oaths. No, baby. No. You gonna raise the oath on a tree stump? It says that Mace noted that proposed amendment will impose the very same standard that presidents and vice presidents are already required to meet on lawmakers and top government officials. The American or the people writing American laws, confirming American judges, and representing America on a world stage should have one loyalty. Do I have to say it? But maybe I do. America, baby. Okay, they didn't put baby in there. They put America. America and not any other country. So this split dual citizenship. For far too long, we have allowed foreign-born members to hold seats in this government while making it clear they are America last, not America first. And we see it every single day. But my husband keep putting up fingers and stuff, and the next one will be a birdie. I'm kidding. We are at the end of the news at noon. Y'all know what to do. Get back here at 5 to 7. We have more to talk about, and we could talk about what you want to talk about, but bring the receipts. So when anybody got any question, they be like, well, that ain't true, honey. Here, read it for yourself. Or you like what a Democrat said, you can't. But either or, y'all make sure you have your topics ready. Whatever you're concerned about, bring those receipts, just like Christy Fowler, just like Juan Habanero, just like everyone else, and join in, because we don't learn until you teach us, and vice versa. So y'all make sure you get on over there to fallbackusa-2.myshopify.com. Support us with the merchandise, or you can get over there on Patreon. There's 4 tiers. You can support us that way, or just donate, and Dave put them in the chat room. So hold up, Dave. Let me get my shout outs. And hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Before, because Jen be tripping. She'll text me right after this, be like, why you didn't give me no shout outs? Because Dave got his finger on the trigger. On the button, on the button. All right, then. I'm Melissa. See you later. All right, Misha. What's up, Niecy? All right, Misha, out there, girl. I don't know what happened the other day, but I was reading you. Don't let them get to you. All right, Niecy, see you later. All right, Jen, I'm going to go see you. All right, Melissa, everybody, y'all stay blessed. Renee, Christy Fowler out there, y'all have a great, great day over here. All right, then, Beamer, y'all stay blessed out there. Karma, hold on. I got to do this. It must have been an hour. I don't know why TikTok made me do that every hour on the hour. It makes me prove that I'm not a bot or something. Anyway. All right, William Beamer, stay blessed. Karma, much love, girl. Hot One Habanero, we see you later. Let me get on back up here, everybody. Much love, and YouTubers. I'm out. Go ahead, Dave. All right, TikTok people.
Here we go. She's on 5 to 7, 9 to 10 p.m. Fallback Productions. Talks about topics of the day and loves her country, the U.S. of A. Got her Get Right rally on tax day. Got family country. Trump is her thing. She don't know the songs. Gives Dave a hard time. Don't worry, it's fine. He's still her Valentine. Keeps us in the loop. Don't you know, sit back and enjoy the Lucretia you.